So now you made a statement and you said, had I got with the first people that wanted to bail me out, it would have been a bad choice.
Oh, for sure.
Was that people that were still in that life? You know what I
No, no,
mean?
no, no, no. It wasn't that. It was very influential people that, you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
in the industry, like big people. I don't want to say no names, but
right.
big people tried to bail me out. And had I gotten out, I would have got out the same person. And
Mm,
so as fast as this blessing came, I would have fucked it off. And
okay.
so doing that time, it really gave me time to sit back and go, Jeremy, what are you going to do?
Mm,
What are you going to do with this blessing? Are you going to take advantage, or are you going to do wrong with this money and buy your homies guns and drugs and do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
do evil with it. Like, I had to really make some serious decisions
Choices. Yes,
because,
yes,
yeah, there was
yes.
a lot on the line. Like,
Right. I
you
know,
know,
but thank God. Only thing I can tell you is thank God that you had that time and a little bit of maturity to say, you know what? It's time to grow up.
yeah, yeah. And it was hard. I
Hmm.
realized I had to cut a lot of my homies off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still love them. I'm still there from a
Hmm.
distance, but
Right.
if you are not like-minded, if you're still doing some of the same stuff we were doing when we were 17, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, I'm
Right.
sorry, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
You go in right back up in jail. So that's
yeah,
okay. You know what I
yeah,
call that? Because I call that seasons of shedding.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that because some people are a reason for a season or seasons. But however long it is, you bless them, you say, I've got to move on for me. And for you, your children. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, check this out.
Yes.
In
Okay.
True to the Game 3, there's a scene where, I don't know if you've seen it,
I
where,
haven't, not all of it.
did you see the teeth pulling scene?
Yes.
Okay, so in that scene, I have my cellmate from the feds,
Oh,
I have my little brother, and I have one of my older homies. And all four of us had did prison time separately.
ooh.
We all read the True to the Game trilogies separately. And now we're all in the same scene together.
That's,
How
see,
full circle is that?
didn't I tell you if you look up destiny in the dictionary, it's you? Okay. No, seriously. Like, I know. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now you get out of jail. And do you immediately get a modeling contract? What happens when you get out of jail?
Okay, so while I was in jail, while I was still incarcerated, I was
Mm-hmm.
receiving tons of like contracts. And mind
Mm-hmm.
you, I'm from the
Wow.
hood. Like, contracts, it's like reading French. I had never seen a contract before. So it was like we were just trying to be strategic, me and my ex-wife, and she was doing her homework, seeing
Yes.
who's who, who's worked with who, what have they done. And we ended up signing to an agency,
Mm-hmm.
White Cross Management with Jim Jordan. He is no longer my manager, but still a good
That
friend.
happens. That happens.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a new management, incredible. Kara, love you guys. But I get out and I'm signed to an agency, and they would not allow the camera crews to come on federal grounds.
Mm,
And so all the camera crews had to wait right at the end of the road for me to
yeah.
come out and change all my clothes, and they videotaped it and they rode with me to the halfway house. And I had to stay there for a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Every federal
Did
inmate has to do
did
some
you have on an
halfway
ankle
house.
break? You had on ankle bracelet?
No, because
Oh,
I was at this hotel that was the halfway house that was called
gotcha.
Hotel California. That was the
Okay.
name of the actual hotel, in Fresno.
Okay. Of all places.
But yeah, like, one of my biggest fears was that
Mm.
my 15 minutes of fame was going to be up. I did a lot of time. I still
Yeah.
did 36 months, and I'm thinking shit comes and goes. And you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, by the time I get out, like, people ain't even going to be thinking about, that damn
Not
motel.
true. No, not true. No, no, no. They wanted to see what you had to offer, cuz. So let's just go and keep that real, okay? You were definitely not a flash in the pan. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you that. So you get out of the halfway house. Then do you immediately go to Europe? What was your first modeling gig?
Well, yes, I did a shoot with Stephen Klein, the legendary Stephen Klein.
Yes.
And we were going to have the magazine release party in London. And so they book my flights, I get my visas, everything is set. I fly and land in Heathrow, my first time ever out of the country. And as soon as I land and I hand customs my passport, I see 3 officers sitting in the back. And as soon as I get my passport, they start whispering and they come up. They're like,
You're
Mr.
like,
Meeks,
here we
come with
go.
us.